This is our Universal Design Project by Connor and Curtis. The main focus of this project is to develop a traditional fishing pole and modify it so that individuals with disabilities can enjoy the outdoors in a new way. Our newly created fishing brand, C2 Fishing Tackle, has hopes of providing both affordable and modified fishing equipment to individuals with disabilities. Let's start fishing.
The traditional rod and reel combo is a design that has been widely used and for a long time. Although some impacted individuals can use them despite their disabilities, not all can make it work. With just a few modifications to the traditional rod and reel setup, we can enable users of almost every disability type to enjoy fishing as a new activity or get back to fishing after a possible accident. For individuals with high functionality, there will be some basic modifications to create an easier experience while fishing and eliminate any of their frustrations with traditional rod and reel setups. These modifications will be made for individuals with disabilities such as visual and hearing impairments, wheelchair users with lower extremity disabilities only, and intellectual disabilities. The modifications will include a comfortable sleeve, which is worn over the user's forearm, that has a fixed point that attaches to the pole, alleviating the need to deliberately hold it. This will be designed for users with limited grip strength or hand dexterity. Also, an enlarged spool handle will be added to aid users of all functionality levels in either finding the handle for the visually impaired or spinning the reel for users with limited dexterity of their fingers. For individuals with low functionality, some modifications will be incorporated to help them join in on fishing while removing the required actions, like casting, that would be necessary on a traditional rod and reel setup. These individuals could include double above the elbow arm amputees, severely impacted individuals with cerebral palsy, or individuals with no use of their arms at all. The modifications will include a telescopic rod, which will eliminate the need to cast and aid in placement of the lure. The rod will also come with a mouthpiece that extends toward them from just above the reel, which users that have no use of their upper extremities will be able to bite and pull to set the hook when they feel a bite.
Our product is equitable because it has multiple modifications to the traditional fishing pole setup that allows individuals with a wide array of disabilities to fish. For example, for a high-functioning individual that has a low arm amputation, a comfortable sleeve might be the only modification they need. Modifications can range and help individuals who have little to no strength, have difficulty grasping, or are very low functioning be a part of the fishing community. Our design is flexible, allowing for modifications to be used or taken completely off a fishing pole. The modifications are simply up to the user to decide so that they can be successful. An example of this is our oversized grip handle. For an individual who is blind, this can help them locate the reel handle faster to either jerk the pole or reel. As the individual progresses in skill, the handle can be removed and replaced with a traditional reel handle. Since fishing is a learned practice, this equipment will help a person with a disability easily learn how to fish or relearn how to fish. The simple design allows for individuals with disabilities to participate in fishing with the least amount of modifications possible. For example, for a lower arm amputee, our modified reel grip can be used to help the user be more successful. As the user becomes more experienced, the user can exchange a handle for a more traditional one if comfortable. Furthermore, our C2 modifications make it easy for the user to understand where the upper extremities can be placed on the rod and reel, how to reel, and how to open the spool The modifications to the traditional fishing pole do not change the way the implement is used. The modifications included add comfort while also eliminating skills that are out of the user's range of capability. Each modification requires an appropriate level of effort for the individual as to not strain them or require a skill they are not capable of, possibly injuring them. For example, for a low-functioning individual, the extended microscopic rod will allow for little effort to be needed to place a bait in the strike zone with the help from the bracket. The modifications for a high-functioning individual allow for just the right amount of modifications to be added to a fishing pole to make it less strenuous on the user. The design also allows the user to be seated, standing, however it is most comfortable for them. Reach, manipulation, and use are all compensated for in our design based off numerous disabilities. For high-functioning individuals, we developed a sleeve. The sleeve doesn't restrict the range of motion as other fishing braces might. The sleeve allows for proper support with maximum comfort. The sleeve also reduces the risk of injury to the casting arm. We also included enlarged handles for various disabilities, which greatly increases the fishing pole's functionality. We also included other improvements to the fishing pole, and these were intended to improve the use of the traditional fishing pole. For low-functioning individuals, we increased the pole length to allow a user to reach the strike zone along a bank in their range of capability. The C2 bracket attachment also allows for a proper hook set and greatly increases the use of the fishing pole and increases the chance of you catching a fish. As the fishing community grows and expands, it is extremely important to provide an opportunity to learn and enjoy the sport of fishing. Fishing is a learning process that takes time to develop, but with the simple C2 modifications listed in our presentation, individuals with various types of disabilities can enjoy the art of fishing. The key to our design is making it so that the modifications can be applied or taken away based on the need for them. This allows an individual with a disability the opportunity to see themselves progress throughout the sport of fishing. Lastly, C2 Fishing Tackle wants to thank you for watching our production. We hope to see you out on the water. Keep fishing and never stop.